Today we will see the problem of orthographic projection. This is the given problem or the given data is given here. First of all, we will draw the front view here, top view here, and left hand side view to the right side. Now let us see the front view. Front view is shown with the help of arrow. The direction is X. In the front view, what will be visible? First of all, this circle is visible in the front view having phi is equal to 44 millimeter. Then this second circle is visible having phi is equal to 60. And then this portion is visible, that is distance from this point to this point is 20. Then distance from this point to this point is 25, and from this point to the semicircle is R30, that is radius is 30, and this portion is visible. But we have to draw the sectional front view. Hence we will take the section line, this one, and from the center, and then this one. AA is the cutting plane or the sectional view of the front view. First of all, we will draw the circle having phi is equal to 44 millimeter. First of all, I will take the center point, this one. This will match here, and the phi is equal to 44. Means radius will be automatically 22. First of all, I will take the distance in the compass. This will be 22. Then I will draw the circle. This is a circle having a diameter 44. Then we will draw this outer circle having radius is equal to 30 and diameter is equal to 60. Then I will take the measurement. This is 30 measurement. I have drawn the circle having diameter 60 or radius is equal to 30. Then from this point, means from this point towards right side, the distance is how much? It is 20. Hence I will mark the distance 20. From this point the distance is 20. I will mark the line, faint line. Then from this center point, the upward distance is 60. Hence from this center point I will take the distance 60 in the upward direction. From this point here distance is 60. I will mark the dark line. This portion should be erased. Then from this point towards right side it is 25, and from this point to the radius is 30. Hence 25 plus 30. I will mark the distance. Here it is 25. At the distance 25 there is a center line. Hence I will mark the center line at the distance of 25. And from 25 I will take the 30 millimeter distance. This height is 15. Hence I will take the height is 15. I will mark the height 15. The radius of this circle is 15 and diameter is 30. Hence I will take 15 mm to the left and 15 mm to the right. 15 mm distance to the left and 15 mm to the right. From this point the distance is 10. From this point I will mark the distance 10. I will mark the distance as a 10. Then in the front view this rib is visible. From I have taken 10 mm distance from this point to this point. Then I will mark the rib. This one, that is inclined portion, is there. I will mark the rib. Then from this center point to this center point the distance is 105. From this center point to this center point, means from this center point I will mark the distance 105 in the upward direction, that is the center line, 105 millimeter. This will be the center line. Here it is also a center line. I will mark the center line first so that it will be clear. The radius is 15 and diameter is 30. I will mark the cylinder, 15 millimeter distance. Distance below and 15 millimeter distance in the above direction. And this outer circle is having a diameter 60. Hence from this central line I will take the distance 30. Now I will mark the dimension for the front view. This dimension is 30. Then this dimension is 60. This one is the 60 dimension for the outer circle. Here the dimension is 60. For this circle, that is this one, radius is 30, diameter is 60. Radius is 30. For inner circle, for this circle, phi is equal to 44, that is diameter is 44. This distance is 15. I am trying to draw the freehand sketch for dimension, but in the examination you should use the scale. From this point to the center line, dimension is 60. Hence this dimension is 60. And the dimension between these two center line is 105. This is 105. Distance between the two center lines. Distance between two center lines. It is at the border. Now I will draw the top view. First of all, I will take the projection and then I will draw the top view. First of all, I will draw the center line, then this middle circle, projection, this one, then outer circle, this outer circle. In the top view, this dimension is 60, hence I will take the 60 dimension here. I will take the 60 dimension. This will be the dark line. I will take the midpoint 30 and I will draw the faint line here. In the top view, this inner circle is not visible, that is phi is equal to 44. Hence for this point and this point, I will draw the dotted line. First of all, I will draw the dotted line. This one is the circle which is not visible, or the cylinder. And this line or this outer circle is also not visible in the top view. Means for this point I have to draw the dotted line. I will take this center line in the top view, this center line projection in the top view. This is the center line. This will be the center line. In the top view I will take the radius 30, this from this center point. From this center point I will take the radius 30. Then I will draw the semicircle. I will take radius as 30. I have drawn the semicircle in the top view having radius is equal to 30. Then I will join the point, this point and this point. Now the middle circle is remaining having phi is equal to 30, means radius is equal to 15. Radius is equal to 15. I have taken the radius 15 and I will draw the circle. Now I will mention the dimension. For this outer semicircle, the radius is how much? It is 30. Radius is 30 here for the semicircle. For the inner circle, the diameter is 30. I will draw the dimension with freehand sketch, but in the examination you should use the scale. This is diameter 30 and this dimension is 60, this one. Hence I will mark the dimension as 60. This dimension is 60. Now we have to see that this phi 44 means diameter is 44. From this center distance 22 mm to the left, 22 mm to the right. Hence I will mark the cylinder 22 mm to the left and 22 mm to the right. Now in the top view we will observe the cylinder, that is the phi is equal to 30, that is means 15 mm to the left, 15 mm to the right. Hence from the center point I will take 15 mm distance below and I will mark the faint line, and this one I will mark the faint line, and from the front view I will mark the continuous line. This will be the continuous line and this will be the continuous line. and this will be the dotted line. This will be the dotted line. And for this rib portion, the dimension of the rib is 12. Hence I will take 6 millimeter to the upward side and 6 millimeter to the downward side. Six millimeter to the downward side and 6 millimeter to the this dimension is 12. From this center point to this, from this point to the center line, the dimension is 25. This dimension is 25. This one is the cutting plane B, and this one is the cutting plane B. This is the cutting plane B. Then I will transfer the dimension from the top view and from the front view. First of all, I will transfer the dimension projection line. This one is the projection line. I will take this as the center point. First of all, I will transfer the center line. Transfer the center line. I will transfer the projection from the front view also. Taking this as the center point, this as the center point. First of all, I will draw this circle and then this circle. What is the dimension of that circle? Inner circle. Phi is equal to 30. We are observing the left hand side view. Phi is equal to 30 and the outer diameter is phi is equal to 60. First of all, I will take phi is equal to 30. This is phi is equal to 30. Then phi is equal to 60. This diameter phi is equal to 60. This one. Hence I will take the radius as 30. Radius will be 30. Then I have drawn this circle phi 30. This is phi 60. Then I will draw the rib and then this outer line. First of all I will draw the rib. Rib dimension is how much? 6 mm to the left and 6 mm to the right. This is dimension of the. I will draw the line. This is for the rib portion. First of all I will draw the outer line. This is continuous line, this is continuous line. This one outer line I will draw first of all. This was the outer line for the left hand side view. Then this portion will be a line, that is the outer cylinder having radius 30. Then we will draw the inner circle also with the help of dotted line. First of all I will draw the dotted line. This one is the dotted line. This one is the dotted line. Then center line. This one is the center line. This will be the rib. I will draw the rib with the help of dark line. This is with the help of dark line. This will be the continuous line, that is the outer diameter. From the left hand side view, this 15 mm portion is not visible, hence I will draw the dotted line for this portion. First of all I will draw the dotted line because this portion is not visible in the left hand side view. And the middle circle is having phi is equal to 30, is also not visible, hence I will draw the circle by taking the projection from the top view. Sorry for the mistake. I have to show this portion 15, hence I will draw the dotted line here instead of here. First of all, I will draw the dotted line. This is left hand side view. This is front view. This is top view. Now I will mark the dimension. This dimension is 44. Phi is equal to 44. This 44. Then outer dimension is phi 60. This dimension is phi 60. That is the outer dimension. This is phi 60. This one is phi 60 and phi 30 inner. This one is the phi 30. These are the dimensions. If you want to show the sectional front view, then this portion, this portion, this one portion, this and this portion will be the sectional line. That will be the sectional front view. Thank you very much.